What's up, Top Teners? It's almost the day that Star Wars fans across the world have been waiting for, the day that Star Wars The Force Awakens is released in movie theaters across the world. What's up, guys? My name's Danny Burke. Welcome to the most amazing Top 10. This is the channel where we take all kinds of weird and wonderful things from all around the world and put them into a nice little Top 10 list so you don't have to. And today we've got the Top 10 facts you didn't know about Star Wars. Before we get started, I want you guys to let me know in the comments below what your favourite Star Wars moment is ever. But be careful, guys, because with the new Star Wars movies coming out, you might have a new favourite very soon. Just to warn you guys, there might be some spoilers up ahead in this video, but let's jump right into our number 10, which is Tupac as Mace Windu. A lot of people love the Jedi Master Mace Windu. Who can forget his bright purple lightsaber and, spoiler alert, his nasty death of getting his arm chopped off, being electrocuted, and then falling out of a skyscraper. Although it's hard to imagine that happening to anyone other than Samuel Jackson as the actor who played him, he wasn't the only one to audition for the role. There was a whole bunch of people lining up to read lines for the part. And these included legendary rapper Tupac. Yes, that's right, Tupac could have been Mace Windu after reading lines for George Lucas for the part in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Just imagine Tupac appearing as a hologram after his death. Maybe that's where they got the idea from. Alright guys, moving on to our number 9 now, and it's borderline personality Vader. There are a lot of things you can say about Darth Vader. He's a villain, a murderer, a pretty bad father, but one thing you might not know is that he has also been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. That's right, French psychiatrists studied Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader's personalities in the movie and found that he exhibited 6 out of the 9 criteria traits needed to diagnose someone with borderline personality disorder, including signs of instability, impulsivity, and a difficulty in controlling his temper. Yeah, I think that if anyone has difficulty controlling their temper, it's Darth. Okay, sorry. Okay, I think that's a sign we should probably move on to our number 8, which is Ewoks never being spoken of. Ewoks are one of the most beloved creatures in Star Wars. I mean, seriously, how could you not like them? They're disgustingly cute. They're like space teddies, and they're mentioned loads in the movies, right? Wrong. There's actually not one mention of the word Ewok in all of the Star Wars movies so far. Go and watch all 13 hours and 17 minutes of them if you don't believe me. The only place you'll find them mentioned is actually the credits, which I think's pretty harsh considering they pretty much single-handedly battered the Empire on Endor. Ewoks are not the only cute small things in Star Wars though. Let's not forget about Yoda. In at number 7, did you know he was going to be played by a monkey? So far in Star Wars, Yoda has been played by a puppet, and then he was animated, and then they even went back and animated some of the bits where he's a puppet, but all of that never would have happened if they'd stuck to their crazy original plan of having Yoda being played by a monkey. Yeah. In Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, the crew actually hired a monkey trainer and his monkey to play the part of the Jedi Master, and pictures even appeared online showing the monkey with a terrifying weird mask and a cane. Wow, talk about dodging a bullet. Next time you guys laugh at how weird and dated this puppet of Yoda looks like, yeah, just imagine him being played by a monkey. Sometimes you can't use puppets or monkeys, you just have to animate everything, like the clone troopers in at number 6. In a movie that's called Star Wars Attack of the Clones, with millions of clones on screen in huge crowd shots, you can expect some level of computer animation, but they're actually all animated, like every single one. This one is animated, that one is definitely animated, and all of these were animated. Not a single clone trooper costume was made for any of the movies. The only ones in existence are pretty much just fan-made ones. Seriously, you can go and put a cardboard box on, spray paint yourself white, and you will have made more clone costumes than they actually did in the Star Wars films. Good job. Alright guys, our number 5 is a 3-in-1 fact, or should I say 3-in-1 Vader. Darth Vader was played by not one, but 3 different people. David Prowse, who stood at an impressive 6'6", was the man in the actual Vader suit, but he wasn't the voice of Vader, no. That honour was given to James Earl Jones, and to top it all off, in the Return of the Jedi, when his helmet is removed to reveal Darth Vader's face, well, that's the face of actor Sebastian Shaw. All of this made David, the original Vader, very unhappy, as George Lucas did all of it without really consulting him on the matter. David eventually became so irate and vocal about all of this that George Lucas actually banned him from all official Star Wars events. Yes, that's right guys, Darth Vader is banned from Star Wars events. Mental. He might have been played by different people, but at least his name and gender stayed the same, which is more than I can say for Luca Starkiller in at number 4. Ralph McQuarrie was an artist who was responsible for some of the earliest Star Wars concept art before a single scene was ever filmed. You can see a lot of familiar characters, places, and themes in his work, but one thing has definitely changed. There's a girl in there called Luca Starkiller. Yes, that's right up to the actual filming of Star Wars, Luke Skywalker had a different gender and name. Although I think it's debatable about whether or not Luke's character would have been better as a female, I think we can all agree that Starkiller is a terrible name. And on that note, we'll jump into number 3, which is the fact that E.T. exists in the Star Wars universe. Yes, that's right. In the scene in The Phantom Menace, where the Senate are voting, we can see what are undeniably 3 alien creatures that look to be exactly the same species as that lovable extraterrestrial E.T. It's even confirmed within the Star Wars universe that they came from a planet called Brodo Asogi, the exact name of E.T.'s home planet in the movie. It's thought to be an Easter egg dropped in by George Lucas in reference to his long-standing friendship with E.T. director Steven Spielberg. Okay, that was a pretty terrible Chewbacca impression, but to be fair, it's pretty hard to recreate once you learn that at number 2 is that Wookiee noises came from a whole bunch of different animal sounds. The original Star Wars sound designer was tasked with coming up with the iconic Wookiee howl, and when you're trying to make a noise that a majestic, tough animal would make, you sample the best nature has to offer. He went around recording walruses, lions, camels, bears, rabbits, tigers, and badgers for his personal sound library. He then mixed them at different ratios, and bam, you've got the famous Chewbacca howl. Alright guys, we fact attacked you with all things Star Wars, from Jedi Tupac to how to do the Wookiee howl and even Luca Starkiller. But our number 1 is the craziest one of all, which is that Jar Jar Binks is responsible for all the evil things that happened in the galaxy far, far away. You guys might find Jar Jar Binks a funny character, or maybe just an annoying character, but what has come to light since he appeared in the Star Wars films is that he is technically responsible for the death of billions of lives, and is responsible for the rise of the Empire in Star Wars and all the evil that came with it. He single-handedly convinced the Senate to grant Palpatine emergency powers and basically become a dictator, a decision that Padme would not have done unless she had gone absolutely mental. And spoiler alert guys, Palpatine becomes the Emperor, and Jar Jar Binks' support meant that he could execute Order 66, which killed most of the Jedi, and eventually saw the formation of the Empire and the destruction of the entire planet of Alderaan and all of its billions of inhabitants. So next time you hear your friends discussing who is the most evil character in Star Wars, tell them it's not the Emperor, it's not even Darth Vader, it's actually Jar Jar Binks, and that's the most shocking fact of all. Anyway guys, that's all I've got time for in this video. Let us know which your favourite fact was. Also let us know in the comments below if you have any better ones. Also guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we are doing these videos once a day for you, so there's a lot of content out there. In fact, there's 2 videos floating over there right now, so give them a click right away. In the meantime guys, my name's Danny Burke. Thanks for watching Most Amazing Top 10, and I'll see you very soon.